Yes, welcome back to my series, The Problem with Men. Thank you so much for all your engagement and comments so far. I really appreciated. Us men have got a lot of problems, and today's episode is all about loneliness, the loneliness crisis within men. Now, they say today that men have got more connections than ever before, but fewer actual friends. I don't know who they is, but apparently there's loads of connections that we all have. Or how really connected are we to our actual friends? Friends are really interesting as a viewpoint. What is a friend? There's a lot of hard truths out there. Men aren't just alone, they're really lonely. This is the thing. It's a quiet crisis that no one really wants to talk about, because for men, loneliness often feels like it's a failure, right? Failure, I mean, if you're lonely, does that mean you're a failure? Completely not. According to the Campaign to End Loneliness, around 1 in 3 men in the UK report feeling lonely at least once a week. Which, I suppose, maybe I thought that might be higher, but that's millions of guys, you know, from students to dads to people running businesses. You know people that will feel lonely, people feeling disconnected, even when they're surrounded by people. Just because you have lots of connections, just because you have lots of social contacts, it doesn't mean that you aren't lonely. Apparently it's getting worse as well. A MOVEMBER study found that over half of men aged between 18 and 44 said that they don't have someone that they can confide in. So that for me is really, really serious. Like, when you think about it, we've got to have that. We've got to have that. If you think about it, half of us, I don't feel we've got one solid, proper friend that we could really, really talk to and open up about. It's such a serious issue. Such a serious issue. What is even scarier as well is that data from the Office for National Statistics shows that men are more likely than women to experience chronic loneliness as well. Do we talk about this enough? I don't think we do. And we're less likely as well to reach out for support as well, because it feels like we're failing. It's a shame factor. What do you think is driving it? I would love to know what you think is driving this. Everybody says men are lonely. They've been more lonely. They're more lonely now than they've ever been before. What is it that's actually doing that? My interpretation is that modern life has quietly just dismantled men's friendship groups. Now, though, we're often remote. We're time poor. Everyone's got something to do. People are on their phones all the time. Places to go and hang out are not as frequent, like pubs, clubs, and all that kind of thing where we used to hang out. Well, my generation anyway, dying out now. Men are used to bonding, together by doing things, not just talking. I appreciate therapy and talking is important for many, but really we need to be doing things. And when we're not doing things, when it goes, so does connection. So that's one aspect to it, perhaps. Men also are socially conditioned to handle things alone. Now that is definitely something that applies to me. I always think, just get it done myself. Think internally, I'll just crack on, not bother anyone with it. We've been taught that independence is strength, and that vulnerability is a weakness, and that is absolutely not the case. But it's something in our DNA, isn't it? It's something within our DNA where we feel like we have to bottle things up. So when things get tough, most men, I guess, seem to retreat, isolate themselves, ghost people, go silent, to say, I'm fine, I'm guilty of that. I'm always guilty of that. I appreciate that. Reality is people aren't fine, but they don't want to open up about it. And it's interesting, the same pride that once helped men push through these hard times now leaves them, stuck and quietly falling apart. It's really tragic, and we need to get a grip of it. We really, really need to get a grip of it. Another aspect, I think, which breeds this loneliness is technology. Technology, of course, we use it. We message on it, we scroll, comment, and, talk to people on there. It's not really proper bonding though, is it? It's just surface connections. Online men compete more than they connect, perhaps. Competing for likes, algorithms, driving what we are into, our anger and our emotions. It's we're controlled by tech, aren't we? Surrounded by voices, but not real conversation. What you consume online is your diet, effectively, and if it's the wrong diet, then it's going to breed loneliness. A lot of people say that loneliness is self-inflicted. Men need to make more effort. I don't know about that. I think it's hard to just make more effort just like that, Others say it's society's problem and society's fault. It's a generation that's now been dismantled like this and been taken apart and now needs to be put back together. it's a really difficult one to look at, isn't it? What I think is fair to say is that men have, stopped showing up to support each other. Supporting each other is the most important thing we can do. Independence has become isolation. We've forgotten how to be friends with people. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't know. What do you think? How many friends do you have? Yeah, crazy, isn't it? After everything I've learned over the last 20 years or so in life and work and what have you, in becoming an adult, maybe the happiest and most grounded men that I can see always have really good, strong men's circles, men's friendship groups. Whether that's through sport, whether that's through clubs, societies, whatever it is. Not necessarily just therapy-based stuff or deep talks every night. I mean, realistically, people don't have time for that, do they? It's about shared purpose and being honest, and being true, being authentic. I think that's how we grow as people. I really do. So yeah, I wonder whether you think you're lonely. I really do. Who do you think is to blame for it? Do you think someone else can come and fix that? Do you think talking to someone can help you out with that? Or do you think it's down to you? And I honestly believe it's a bit of both. People have got to show up for each other. It's not just your problem. It's everyone's problem. I think that's how we break it. What do you think's going on with this loneliness issue? Thank you so much for your time for this video again, as always. The Problem with Men, my new little series that I'm launching. If you've got any thoughts or comments, then please do let me know, and I'll try and respond to them as well. And if you've got any other ideas for topics that we should be talking about, most importantly, then yeah, please do let me know also. But yeah, like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next time.